Welcome back. Progressive Liberal Party Deputy Leader Chester Cooper presented the PLP's economic plan and promised to establish a regime for medical marijuana if the party becomes the next government of the Bahamas, as he addressed the National Progressive Institute Town Hall meeting. Mr. Cooper presented the PLP's vision for 2020 and beyond, which includes its vision for a thriving economy.
And we cannot talk about the future without addressing the rescue of Abaco and Grand Bahama. We are aware that there is very little presence in Abaco as it relates to restoration, including the basics such as school repairs. 22 weeks later, most of the work being done today, except for the cleanup of debris, is being driven by the private sector and the NGOs.
Mr. Cooper added that the fact that the Inter-American Development Bank's $100 million contingency is still not fully drawn down is evidence of a lack of restoration. He suggested that in the wake of Hurricane Dorian, the government can spur activity by moving with dispatch to repair schools, public buildings, and public infrastructure, which will put money in the already depressed economies of Abaco and Grand Bahama. Mr. Cooper assured that the PLP government will enshrine in the National Development Plan and the relevant code reforms for coastal resilience, for building and development in flood-prone zones, and making the Bahamas more climate resilient.
We will review the current insurance scheme and we will consider creative captive insurance opportunities with the help of the largest reinsurance companies around the world to help to buffer the shocks of hurricanes.
Mr. Cooper added that the PLP, if they become the next government after the 2022 general election, will develop a regime for the medical cannabis industry post-haste, using a model that allows entrepreneurs, farmers to supply research and processing facilities so that the wealth to be had is not too narrowly concentrated in the hands of special interests, as this government is no doubt minded to do. Shifting gears, a 25-year-old male is behind bars tonight after he was arraigned in magistrate's court today on murder charges. Ricardo Stubbs, who police believe to be behind last month's killing of Shaquille Ambrista. Ambrista was in a home on High Drive, Flamingo Gardens, when shortly after 9 p.m., two armed men forced their way into the home and opened fire, wounding him before fleeing the scene in a silver vehicle. Paramedics were called to the scene, however, Ambrista was pronounced dead. Stubbs was charged before Chief Magistrate Joyanne Ferguson Pratt and told the court that he told police that he has an alibi and evidence to prove that he was not at the scene of the crime on the night in question. The court made note of his claim. He was not required to enter a plea to the charge, and the case is adjourned for April 29, 2020 at noon. Bail was denied and he was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. When Stubbs returns to court, he will be served with a voluntary bill of indictment that would fast-track his matter to the Supreme Court. Police issuing wanted posters, and with your help, they believe that these persons will be located. Wanted for armed robbery by the Central Detective Unit is 26-year-old Anthony McKenzie. McKenzie's last known address is Garden Hills. He is slim-built, dark brown in complexion, and stands between 5'9" and 5'11". Police also issuing a composite sketch of a man wanted for burglary and rape. There is no known address or age. However, police say this individual stands 5'7" to 5'8", dark brown complexion, and medium build. He is also wanted by the Central Detective Unit. Meantime, police issuing a missing person poster. 39-year-old Patrick Ute was last seen on Thursday, January 30th. His last known address is number 113 Palm Beach Street. He's of dark brown complexion, medium build, and stands between 5'6" and 5'9". Anyone knowing the whereabouts of any of these persons, you are asked to contact the Central Detective Unit, Crime Stoppers, or you can download the P3 Tips app to submit information anonymously. Our final stories are up next.